today's video, I'm going to give you a few BMAT Section 2 tips that will hopefully allow you to prepare much better and go on to get those high grades that you need to secure places from Cambridge, Oxford, Imperial and UCL for medicine. BMAT Section 2 is literally science, science, science and some math. The science in this section is kind of fun, but presented in quite a different format. So hopefully my tips will help you work towards a solid score in this crucial section. Before I continue, I want to say thank you to Medify for making this video possible. I suggest you go and check out their BMAT question bank. They've got a load of in-house made questions that rigorously test your BMAT Section 1 and Section 2 skills. They've got partition questions for BMAT Section 1 critical thinking, problem solving, then for BMAT Question 2, physics, chemistry, maths, and biology questions. I'll use these platforms to make a few study with me videos in the forthcoming future for you guys, but also with this video, I'm giving away one free Medify BMAT pass. So to be in a chance of winning it, like this video, subscribe to my YouTube channel, go over to my Instagram page, follow that, and then make sure to comment on my latest post what speciality within medicine you have the intention of going into. The winners of this BMAT Medify pass will be announced 24 hours from when this video goes live, so go out there and get involved in this giveaway. Formalities aside, let's get to the all-important tips. So these tips are going to be pretty frank. I'm not going to be nice to you about them, and it's just a matter of you listening to these tips, going out there and doing the work. The first one is know your blooming equations. For physics and chemistry and maths, it's so important that you're comfortable with a variety of equations, from SUVAT and mechanics to the electricity equations. Chemical reactions, now it's not just equations, it's also things like periodic trends in chemistry. This basic stuff is just a matter of memorizing for you all. I'm pretty sure there are quite a few nice resources online. Even Medify have a Medify physics formula sheet, which you can literally Google for and find. Download that, understand all the formulas on there, and memorize the formulas. Knowing the equations makes BMAT Section 2 so much easier, and it'll make sure you don't lose marks simply because you don't know an equation. I'm not even kidding. When you know the equations, it's literally a matter of getting the number from the question, plugging it in, and drawing out the result. Now my second tip links onto equations, but it's a bit more advanced. Become familiar with rearranging equations and working out the subject of the equation as appropriate. Also, when you rearrange an equation, become quite comfortable with working out the new unit for this thing that you've rearranged if you don't already know the unit for it. This does require a bit of practice, and if you haven't done maths or physics at A level, this might be quite difficult, but rearranging equations is going to be super duper useful for you to, again, get equations into a format where simply it'll be a matter of getting the numbers from the question, plugging it in, and getting the answer presented to you then and there. Now I do want to say, it's not just rearranging equations, it's also becoming comfortable with equating equations, particularly for the questions where you've got two objects moving at different velocities with different starting times. You've got to be quite comfortable with, for example, equating things such as SUVAT equations. So can you see how, memorizing equations will be kind of helpful for you to then do the more complicated step of rearranging and equating them and then working out what t might equal, having been given acceleration, initial velocity, final velocity, and distance traveled, something like that. Rearranging equations and equating equations is such an important skill to do well in the BMAT. And if you're looking to score 6s and 7s in Section 2, this will be critical. And the third key tip that I'm going to give you for Section 2 is going to be relevant for maths, physics, and chemistry questions in Section 2. And that is to improve your goddamn mental math skills. If you can do questions in your head and kind of memorizing in advance some certain values, such as, 1 over 2 being 0.5, 1 over 3 being 0.333, 1 over 6 being 0.16666, or 1 over 8 being equal to 0.125, these things will boost your ability to get through the math much quicker whilst working it out with pen and paper. Now I do know there is talk of the BMAT being online, so I'm not sure whether you're going to have a whiteboard and a pen or pen and paper, but even then, mental math will be critical. Practice your basic mathematics, division, addition, subtraction skills, and trust me, this will really help out when you start doing things like relative molecular mass questions for chemistry, working out efficiency in physics, and doing ratios in math. Moving on to my fourth tip. Now listen to this carefully. BMAT doesn't really care about your conceptual understanding of topics. It cares about the detail that you know about the topics. Do you know the numbers, the nitty-gritty detail about all the GCSE content that they're testing you on? That's why the BMAT is so hard. It's so rigorous in testing whether you know the content or not. And that's why when practicing, I'm pretty sure a lot of you are going to think, damn it, I knew that there are 2 alleles of every gene in a human and that's duplicated for mitosis and meiosis, yet in mitosis it's split once into 2 diploid cells, whereas in meiosis you have 2 splits into 4 gametes. I knew that, of course I knew that. but the key issue is you didn't know it in the timed and pressured environment of a BMAT exam. And that's what you need to become good at, being able to know the details and recall the fine details under time pressure. It's the knowledge of this detail that'll get you those top marks, and mark my words, that is the key secret to getting a good Section 2 score. In my year, if I had gotten, 3 more marks, I would have gone from a mid-6 to a high 7. 3 marks, and I lost out on that. So anyway, I hope this video has been useful. I hope this video has been a bit more informative as to how you should focus your revision. For Section 2, there's a clearly defined syllabus on the BMAT website. I'll link it in the description box down below, so go and check it out. Revise the topics that they've got in their syllabus, and trust me, you won't get anything outside of this in the exam. They're very good about that. Just make sure you know all the details, you understand the equations, you can manipulate the equations, and lastly that you can do mental math. And if you can do all of this, then I'm pretty sure you'll get a very, very good Section 2 score. I wish you all the best of luck. Thanks so much to Medify for making this video possible. Go and enter the giveaway right now. Remember, the question is, for this giveaway, what speciality are you interested in once you start your medical training? Also, go and check out Medify's BMAT question bank. It's absolutely fantastic, and I wish I had something as useful as that when I was doing the exam. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys soon in the next video. Cheerio.